from the previous page, we found that that was the slope of the secant. But that's not what we want. We want the slope of the tangent, or f prime of x, the derivative. That means I have to take the limit as h goes to 0 of minus 1 over square root of x plus h times square root of x plus the square root of x plus h. As h goes to 0, that means I put it h equal to 0, right? So this becomes minus 1 over the square root of x times x plus 0 is just square root of x, square root of x plus 0 is just the square root of x, which is going to turn into minus 1 over square root of x times the square root of x is just x. Square root of x plus the square root of x is 2 square roots of x. And that's the slope of the tangent. Give me any coordinate point on any x value on that in the domain of that function, and I can tell you what the slope of the tangent line is at that point, at that x value. So now I have a formula for the slope of the tangent. So here we go. We want the slope of the tangent, and I'm going to draw a line here, and that's going to be at x equal 0. And this means evaluated at x equals 0, which is f prime of 0, which is negative 1 over, okay,
I thought we were looking for x equals 1.
x equal 1. Why, and I just saw that. Why would that be a problem at x equals 0? It's undefined, which is why it has to be x equal 1. H went to 0. Now you get to see me correct my error on video, which is 1 times 2 square roots of 1, or negative 1/2. So if I have the slope of the tangent, which is negative 1/2, I have a coordinate point from the first page. I go all the way back to the first page, whatever the first page was, lost him already, which is the coordinate point, and we said the coordinate point was 1, 1. Now, 3 hours later, we can find the equation of the line. So y minus 1 equals negative 1/2 times x minus 1. Perfectly good answer until you know what you're going to do with it. And I already calculated that out at one point in my lifetime. And it is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3/2. If you were going to go for slope-intercept form. But I don't know how I'm going to use this, and if I don't know how I'm going to use it, I'm stuck. So that's where the picture comes into play. there's a graph at 1 over x, there's 1, 1, and this is the line y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3/2. And it looks right. Here's the negative, if the slope is negative, notice here's 1, here's 2, the line goes through between 1 and 2, and that's 1.5, that's 3/2. So that looks about right. I'll bring the work down here for those of you who are still looking at that. So the graph is about right.